Patrick Briseno, train out of Combat Zone MMA, born and raised in Sterling, Illinois.
I'm Markus Brems. I train with Militich Fighting Systems. I'm from East Moline, Illinois, and I'm just a well-rounded fighter.
Just an adrenaline rush, just enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the people that go along with it, just everything that has to do with MMA, love it.
I'm just more determined, more focused, more motivated this time around to prove to myself that this is what I want to do, this is where I see my career going, and I love the sport.
Here to put on a show, give the fans what they want, never gonna back down, have all the heart in the world. You're not gonna put me out, so let's get it.
Now I know this is it. There's no turning back now. So when I want to go out there, I want to touch him first and let him know from the beginning that I'm here to push the pace, and then he's just gonna have to make his move from there.
Making his way to the cage in our fourth fight of the night is Patrick Briseno, 3-1 from Combat Zone MMA out of Sterling, Illinois. And
I was going to say some talking points with Patrick. Said his leg kicks are his strength and his biggest weapon. Also, that he never watches tape on his opponents. Never. He said that he was adamant that he would never watch film of his opponent because he wants to come into the ring fresh and just analyze things as he goes.
I like that too. That says a lot about his confident level. Being that confident, not needing to see your opponent's tapes, knowing what you bring into the cage, and it doesn't matter what your opponent's bringing in. So you find out when you get here that's the true essence of a fight. And this sport started different types of things and have the street fight mentality, but that is a fight. You go in, you fight, you don't know your opponent, you don't know what's going on, so he's kind of taking it back to old school there. Making his way to the cage, Markus the Lone Wolf Brems out of Militich Fighting System with a record of 0-1, and as you can tell from behind us, he's got a few fans here tonight.
Has some fans. We're talking to Markus. He was the exact opposite of his opponent. He said he likes to study tons of tape, be completely ready. He also likes to throw kicks. So I love it when you talk to people, when you sort of get inside their mind, the mind of a fighter, whether it's better to go in fresh and not know anything or go in knowing that, okay, he's done this in the past. So I'm not sure which one is going to be better.
And I also get a chance to talk to Markus here and there, and he was devastated after his first fight, so excited, then lost. It really made him go back to the drawing board and come to this fight hungrier than ever. He's also a personal trainer, so like I said last time, I know his nutrition is through the roof. And being a part of Militich Fighting Systems right now as they're growing to be a bigger camp again in the Quad Cities, this fight's going to be completely different than the first fight I think we saw of him.
gentlemen, our next bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the ECR. Introducing first, fighting on the red corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in at 147 pounds. He trains with Combat Zone MMA and is sponsored by 8 Sword Tattoos. Joining us from Sterling, Illinois, Patrick Briseno. And with the fighting on the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing in at 144 pounds. He trains with Military Fighting Systems and is sponsored by River Center Photography, Mingos Inc., Lay Low Pickles, Fitness Express, and Cage Compression. Joining us from East Moline, Illinois, Markus Goodwin.
Mike Smith, your referee tonight with our next fight up between Patrick Briseno and Markus Brems. Markus Brems in the white Triumph United shorts, Patrick Briseno in the Jocko Mexican shorts.
Going with those kicks that he talked about.
And right back. Those fighters doing a lot of feints early too, and
I would think that would be kind of hard to get a gauge from my opponent if they're moving so much and feigning so much.
right, as we've got the fighters right in front of us, people forget that, it might just seem that they're up against the cage, but they're really working for position right now. Working to free an arm, working to get a little distance, and there's a lot more going on than what the naked eye sees.
Right, and you're not just leaning against the person. You're putting every ounce of body weight that you have against that person.
And Markus has got double underhooks right now, and that's a great place to have. It looks like he took a low blow.
Time.
Man, it really sucks when you get a low blow like that. Real tough to see, especially from the angle that we're sitting at here on the page.
I've got to err on the side of caution when you see the face of a fight like that. I think that he did take a shot, so early on. I don't see a reason for faking a shot like that. So, shots like that happen in the sport, and hopefully he can take a couple minutes, or looks like he's about ready to go again. It happens in this sport.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't appear to be like a strategic sort of thing. It's way too early in the fight for something like that to happen.
Big front kick too. Another kick again. Briseno catches the kick and actually Markus looking to do a little work off his back now, doing a great job too, keeping up on one hip or the other. That's a sign of somebody that is trying to rally, not flat on the back. Briseno staying real active in guard too. That's a good thing too. You don't want to stay too complacent. And looks like Markus is trying to trap an arm too, and both fighters back up. Markus lands a huge shot, and Briseno right back to him.
Big knee by Markus.
Markus looking nice. He's up for a double leg takedown right now. Just kind of scooping right up and down at that point.
Briseno able to get his head there.
And landing some knees right there. Keeps the stomach area open when you have the head down like that.
Putting a lot of pressure on that neck region too. That fatigues really quick.
I like how he threw a punch to the thigh too. Big takedown for Markus.
Shows a lot of strength. He's in a full headlock right there.
Does.
He's able to get a takedown.
When he gets the side control right there, it almost locks in your head a little tighter sometimes when you do that. So if he can pop his head out, that'd be good for him.
So you have to think about Briseno holding that headlock in so long that your arms get tired. And
Exactly.
Can't keep that thing locked in forever.
I always like the term eyes to the sky when you've got your head down. You put your head down, it closes off your neck. So I know Markus right now is trying to keep his head high, eyes high, and just doing all he can to get out of this guillotine. Sounds like he's gonna get saved by the bell.
He's able
Popped
to
out
slide his
right
head
there,
out too.
Lands a couple good
Some
shots
nice
too,
shots,
and
you know.
great job staying heavy right there too. Just gets out of it and then kind of mauls him back down.
And those shots at the end of a relatively close round, they matter. You know, judges are humans too. It's not like they have something they're counting every shot. They see, somebody ending a round strong, and they can say, wow, I'm going to give that round that was pretty even to him because he was landing those shots at the very end.
Exactly. We've seen it so many times of fighters stealing the round is what it's called. Just pouring it on the last 10, 15 seconds. And, you judge what you see. And Markus did a good job right there, keeping his composure in the head trapped, and, almost stealing the first round. So. Round 2, here we go with both fighters still light on their feet, doing a great job with feints and.
Yeah, not flat-footed at all.
No. Big shot from Markus though. He countered that kick well. Briseno catches the kick again. So it's the second time he's done that. Markus has got to watch out for that, but on his back again and doing well to stay on the side. Not flat on his back, and Briseno just laying real heavy on him right now.
One of the things that Markus said during the interview was that he had to work a whole lot to cut weight in order to get down to this weight. He looks pretty strong for his weight, though. It doesn't appear that he did it the wrong way, where he just lost weight. He was able to keep his strength, but lose that weight at the same time.
Exactly, and that's a testament to his team, too, and everybody helping him out. And we just saw, too, Markus do a great reversal from his back and to get on top, and now they're back up again. And almost caught again in the same thing we just saw in the middle of his first round. Did a good reversal, then kind of kept his head down and is caught again, looking for a single leg takedown. Briseno, good job for staying heavy on his feet and not letting Markus dump him again, because that was a huge takedown in the first round. Definitely scored points. Gotta watch out.
Nice knee by Brems too.
Wait, and almost got it again, but lands on the knee, lands on his foot. Briseno does not let him go down. And I've always been a fan of those shots like I said, to the thigh. Punches to the thigh, I mean, it makes your legs extremely heavy and hard to move, and that's just thinking outside the box. You don't always have to punch to the face.
And Briseno's working a lot on the midsection too, with those left-hand shots, right-hand shots, and also getting his knees up into his opponent's chest and stomach.
Yep, and Markus at this point, very smart, taking it, looking for the takedown, actually gets kind of taken down himself right there. But in that position, that's about all you can do is a single and double leg. Briseno doing a good job keeping that in. But like you said, that lactic acid has got to be building up and draining that on for strength. So
right, and you can kind of tell that he isn't really holding it in as much as he was earlier in the round.
Be interesting to see when they stand back up and see what kind of punching power Briseno has. Markus too. When you're in this hold for this long, I mean, it's draining on both fighters. So. Got to keep working, or Smith will stand him up.
And it does seem like he's letting them stay down a little bit longer because, you do have two fighters who are actually trying to do things from the ground.
Exactly. Both fighters are almost back up to their feet again. End of round 2, similar to round 1.
Yeah, and at the very end of the round, I noticed that Brems was able to land a nice sort of slick shot to the head, and those count because it almost immediately, his opponent turned around and almost gave him his back. So you know that you had to land a little bit of a shot at that point in time.
So what I want to see from both fighters in this third round is that when Markus gets out there and he throws that kick, get that kick back fast, because we've already seen Briseno catch it twice, take it to the ground, and then it's pretty much been on the ground the whole time. With Markus not in the dominant position. So, if he wants to throw that kick, snap it out there and get it right back.
Both of these guys don't really appear to be overly tired. Of course, anyone's going to be tired at the end of, 2 rounds heading to that third round, but cardio doesn't need to be too much of an issue with these guys.
Yeah, and like you said, I've seen that Briseno's corner stretching him out. I don't see that a whole lot in fights, and I really like that. Really keeping him limber and fresh, and it's something I haven't seen, but I'm definitely a fan of that. Here we go, the third round.
I was gonna say, for somebody who's trying to submit somebody, that that matters to have those muscles straight.
There's that kick, get it back. There we go. Get that kick out and then right back. Good Superman punch. Takes a shot himself though. When doing that, you leave yourself kind of open. Markus really pouring it on now, knowing he's probably down on the card a little bit and really trying to throw some outside the back shots.
Right.
Almost caught that kick again. Takes a shot himself right there from Briseno.
And those kicks that Briseno is landing to the shins, to the knee, those matter as well, especially in this third round.
Exactly.
Brems looking like he's definitely content to counter right now. He's going to have to probably go on the offensive a little bit more as his round wears on.
Both fighters know. I mean, it's been a pretty even fight, so they both know they need to throw it on, pour it on, and really win this third round if they want to take this win home. Big kick right there, turn the whole body of Markus. Markus getting a shot of his own, gets a good tie for him right there. Here's where he really throws some knees. Well done and putting him back against the cage. Good knees coming through. So pull the neck down, doing a great job with that.
Now, what exactly could Briseno do right now to help his situation?
He needs to get the underhooks and then spin around and put Markus up against the cage. So really working for positioning, getting his arm underneath the armpits of Markus and then spinning him around. You can see him trying to
That's exactly what he's trying to do, yeah.
Like I said, this is draining to both fighters at this point right there. Looks like it was almost another low blow again, but those are definitely to the thigh. Markus laying heavy on him, wants to push off a little bit probably and throw a punch at this point. Mike Smith separates him. That's been the theme of the night. Can't be too much to the left in the round, so both fighters really need to throw it on right now. After a big kick from Markus again. Big punch from both. Wow, rock and sock him right there.
Both guys willing to trade punches at the end of this round,
Big takedown right there for Briseno. Looking to take his back. He's going to throw him over. And Markus doing a good job of throwing that leg up, not letting him pass.
Both these guys are very well trained, technical fighters. They're not allowing themselves to get caught in too many horrible positions that end up getting submitted or knocked out.
And Briseno actually just snuck in a full mount right there. Really gonna, and it's a great position to end the round with a full mount. Looking to throw some maybe elbows to the shoulder.
If you can't knock your opponent out, can't submit your opponent, I can't think of a better way to end it than, hey, I'm on top of you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right now?
Yeah, exactly. Great way to end the fight. Big shots from both fighters. So going into this, it's still kind of anybody's game, but definitely a lot of aggression shown from Briseno in the first two rounds.
Now we get an opportunity to wait on the judges. This is the part I would not like if I was a fighter. No. Having to sit and wait and, everything in the match is going through your head, what you could have done, opportunities that you missed. I would not want to be a fighter, waiting on a decision right about now.
And this is what I've always said, our jobs are easier sitting here and talking about the fights. The judges are the ones really looking at feet, kicks, punches, everything. And like you said, if you're on the opposite end of a decision, you really do go home and go back to the drawing board and see what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for your decision. Judge number 1 scores this contest 29-28. Judge number 2 scores this contest 29-28. And judge number 3 scores this contest 30-27.
Markus Brems out of Militich Fighting Systems gets his first win under the ECI.